Sergeant Flea Marley, the head of Avon and Somerset's underwater search unit, slid into quarry number 8 at just after 4 on a clear May afternoon. She wasn't thinking about secret entrances. She wasn't looking for holes in the wall. She was thinking about a woman who'd been missing for 3 days. The woman's name was Lucy Mahoney, and the professionals on the surface believed her corpse might be down here, somewhere in this vast expanse of water, curled in the weeds on one of these ledges. Flea descended to 10 meters, wiggling her jaw from side to side to equalize the pressure in her ears. At this depth, the water was an eerie, almost petrol blue, just the faintest milky limestone dust hanging where her fins had stirred it up. Perfect. Usually the water she dived was nil viz, like swimming through soup, everything having to be done by touch alone. But down here, she could see at least 3 meters ahead. She moved away from her entry point, hand-holding herself along the quarry wall, until the pressure on her lifeline was constant. She could see every detail, every wafting plant, every quarried boulder on the floor, every place a body might have come to rest. "Sarge?" P.C. Wellard, her surface attendant, spoke into the comms mic. His voice came into her ear as if he was standing right next to her. "See anything?" "Yes," she murmured. "Into the future." "Eh?" "I can see into the future, Wellard. I see me coming out of here in an hour freezing cold. I see disappointment on everyone's face that I'm empty-handed." "How come?" "Dunno. Just don't think she's down here. It feels wrong." "How long's she been missing?" 2.5 days. "And her car? Where was it parked?" "Half a mile away, on the B3135. "They thought she was depressed?" "Her ex was interviewed for the Miss Purr report. He's adamant she wasn't." "And there's nothing else linking her to the quarry? No belongings? She'd not been here before, or anything?" "No." Flea finned on, the umbilical lead, the air and communication line that linked her to the surface, trailing gently behind. Quarry number 8 was a notorious suicide spot. Maybe the police search advisor, Stuart Pearce, disagreed with the family about Lucy Mahoney's state of mind. Maybe that was why he'd put this particular pin in the map and detailed them to do this search. Either that or he was grasping at straws. She'd encountered Stuart Pearce before. She thought it was the latter. "Could she swim, Wellard? I forgot to ask." "Yeah, she was a good swimmer." "Then if she's a suicide, she'll have weighted herself down, a rucksack or something, which means she'll be near the edge. Let's run this pendulum search path now to 10 meters. No way she'll be further out than that. Then we'll switch to the other side of the quarry." Sarge, there's a problem with that. You do that pattern, and it'll take you to deeper than 50 meters. Wellard had the quarry schematic. Flea had already studied its surface side. When the quarry company had made finger-shaped holes to pack explosives, they'd used 10-meter-long drills, which meant that the quarry, before they'd turned off the pumps and allowed it to flood, had been blasted away in 10-meter slices. At one end, it was between 20 and 30 meters. At the other end, it was deeper. It dropped to more than 50 meters. The health and safety executive's rules were clear. No police diver was cleared to dive deeper than 50, ever. "Sarge, did you hear me? You'll be down to 50 meters at the end of this arc, maybe more." She cleared her throat. "Did you eat all the banana bread?" "Eh?" That morning, before work, she'd baked banana bread for the team. It wasn't the sort of thing she usually did. She was the boss, but she'd never been mumsy with them. She was the second youngest. Only Wellard was younger. And it wasn't because she loved cooking either. They'd had a bad time recently. One of them was on compassionate leave and probably wouldn't be back after what he'd gone through earlier that week. And then there'd been her foul moods, too. A nightmare to live with for the last 2 years. She had to give them something in return every now and then. "We ate it, but, Sarge, some of those pockets are way over 50 deep. We're supposed to get one of those maniac..."